Hello, we are going to discuss the starting methods of the three-phase induction motor, particularly the star delta starter, auto transformer starter and rotor rheostat starter in this lecture. First is the star delta starter. As its name indicates, the motor windings are connected in star at the time of starter, and when the motor picks up nearly rated speed, the windings are connected in delta. Now here this shows some schematic diagram of the starter. There is MCB, miniature circuit breaker, then this is our main contactor which is connecting the lines to the motor through overload relay, and these two contactors connect the rotor motor in star at the time of starting and delta under running conditions through some time delay relay. Now let us see what happens in star connection. The phase voltage is equal to the line voltage divided by root 3. As a result, the starting line current is per phase. Starting line current per phase is ISC divided by root 3. Because voltage is reduced by this value, so current will automatically reduce to this value. But in delta connection, the line current, starting line current is root 3 times the phase current. Root 3 times the phase current. Now in delta connection, the voltage applied across the winding is equal to line voltage, so the current is ISC in each phase, but the line current in delta connection is root 3 times phase current. This is our phase current. So ISC is starting phase current when normal voltage is applied. Now if we have the ratio of these two currents, that is starting line current of the star connection and delta connection, it is ISC over root 3 divided by root 3 ISC, which yields in 1 over 3. Means by connecting the motor in star at the time of starting and then in delta under running conditions, we can reduce the starting current to one third of its value. This starter is employed in medium sized motors ranging from 4 to 20 kilowatt. That is, the small motors are connected up to 5 horsepower. They are connected to supply through DOL starter, and the medium sized motors are using this starter because it reduces the current to one third at the time of starting by connecting the motor in star, and then when the motor picks up speed, then the motor is connected in delta. Now this is the circuit diagram of a starter. Here these are the supply lines, main switch. This is the 6-pole double throw switch. 6-pole double throw switch which acts as star delta starter. Its this position is star and upper position run is delta. These are the three windings of the stator of a three-phase induction motor. One phase, the ends are marked as 1, 2 for one phase, 3, 4 and 5, 6. These are stator windings, and the rotor is shown here, which is short circuited. And here we show that when this double throw switch is on start or star position, the motor windings are connected like this, that 3 ends are connected to supply and 3 ends are short circuited to each other. And When the motor and this changeover switch is on the top position, that is under running conditions, the motors are connected to three phases, like the 5 and 4 terminal are connected to one phase, 2 and 3 terminal to other phase, 1 and 6 to third phase. So the motor is connected in delta. Now let us discuss one by one. Three-phase supply through main switch reaches terminal 1, 3 and 5 of the double pole 6-pole double throw switch. Supply is connected to 1, 3 and 5. See here. And the terminals 2, 4 and 6, middle terminals of this switch 2, 4 and 6 are connected to respective terminals of the stator winding. 2, 4, 6 are connected here, here, here and 6, 4 to here. And on the top, terminal 1 is connected with 6, 2 with 3, 4 with 5. And on the bottom side, 1 is connected to terminal 1 of motor, 3 is connected to terminal 3 of motor, 5 is connected to terminal 5 of the motor, and a thermal overload relay element is inserted in these to provide the motor protection. Now the 2, 4 and 6 number terminals of the star position of the switch, they are short circuited. 2, 4 and 6 are short circuited. One more thing you can note in the diagram, that 1 and 1 terminal, top and bottom, 1 terminal are short circuited, 3 terminal, 3 with 3 and 5 with 5. These supply line terminals are short circuited. Now let us see what happens when we are going to start the motor. We switch on the supply. The main switch is here, and we move this 6-pole double throw switch to start position. That is, these terminals are closed. All the 6 terminals are closed on bottom side of the these middle terminals are connected to the bottom terminals of the double throw switch. Now let us see what happens. The supply 1 is connected to this end of the motor 1. 3 is connected from here to this terminal 3 of the motor. 5 is connected from here to terminal 5 of the motor. These 1, 3, 5 are connected to 3 phases through this switch. And what happens to 2, 4 and 6? 2 end of the winding from here through this switch comes here, and 4 this way, and to the same line 6 this way. These are short circuited here. So the winding is connected in star. The upper terminals are short circuited through this 2, 4 and 6. The lower terminals are connected to 3-phase AC supply. So the result is that our motor is connected in star, and as the current flows through it, torque is produced, the rotor starts rotating. when it achieves about 70% of the rated speed or goes nearly rated speed, what we do, we change the position of this changeover switch from bottom, this start, to this run position, that is in the upper position. Now let us see what are the connections in upper position and how the motor is connected in delta. Once again, the motor main switch is in on position, see here, and now middle terminal 1 is connected with top terminal 1, 2, 3, 4, and all these 6 are connected in this way. This is the position. When we move this double throw switch from start to run position. Now let us see what happens. Number 1 phase is coming here at the middle terminal. It is connected through this line to 1. Is it okay? And from this point it also connects to the winding number 6 of the conductor, this. So phase 1 reaches 1 as well as 6. Similarly, phase 2, which is connected to terminal number 3, is connected through this link to 3 number terminal of the stator winding, and through this link to the 4 number 2 number terminal three and 2 are connected by this link. So 2 number of the winding is connected to this. 3 and 2 are connected to same phase. Similarly, through 5 number of supply, this 5 number contact third phase goes to 5 number, as well as through this link to 4 number. So we can conclude that by making the switch in upper position, what we get, 4, 5 are connected, 3, 2 are connected, 1 and 6 are connected. This is the position for delta connection. This is the position for delta connection of the motor, which is shown in the this diagram. This, in this case, we can connect the phases. Phase 1 here, one phase is connected here, another phase is connected at number 3, third phase to connected at number 5. So this forms the delta connection of the motor. What we can conclude is that when the position of double throw switch is downward, that is on star position, the motor is connected in star, and when it is moved to upper position, it is connected through this switch in delta. So what we do at the time of starting, the motor is first connected to star by moving this double throw switch to start position, and as the motor picks up speed, nearly rated speed, then this switch is changed to upper position, that is run position, which connects the motor in delta, and hence the starting current is reduced by 1/3. The special precaution in this starter is that the switch is changed when the motor picks up nearly 70% or more than that of the rated speed. Otherwise, there will be heavy sparking at the terminals because the current is not reduced, starting current is not reduced till then. So this is how the three-phase starter star delta starter controls the current. Now let us sum up. The starting current is reduced by 1/3 to its value if there is no star delta starter used and the motor is connected direct to line. Consequently, the starting torque also reduces to 1/3 because it is directly proportional to current. So starting torque becomes more poor, means we cannot start the motor on load. First the motor is started without load and then it is engaged with the load after starting. Overload and no volt protection are provided in the same way as we have discussed in DOL starter. So we can say that here in these three lines, in these three supply lines after main switch, here we can insert DOL starter, which will provide short circuit and overload protection to the motor as well as to function as switch on and switch off of the motor. Here in these three lines, DOL starter connections are made in additional to this. Then advantages of this starter are that this starter is very simple, it's having low cost and is efficient also. The disadvantages of this starter are that starting torque, as we have seen here, it reduces to 1/3, which is already low, and further decreases. So motor cannot be used for large motors. If in large motor the current drawn is very high, for example, if a motor is of 1000 horsepower, it draws full load current of 1500 amperes. At the time of starting, it will take 5 to 7 times full load current, means more than 10,000 amperes. So if it is reduced by 1/3 only, that even then the motor will take more than 3000 amperes. So that is not advisable. So we cannot use this motor for large motors. And other disadvantages is that 6 leads are required to connect motor with the starter. In case of DOL starter, only 3 leads are going. Here 6 leads are going from 6 terminals of the motor to the starter, so that gives some additional cost. The precaution we have already discussed, that the handle is shifted from start to run position only when the motor achieves 70% of the rated speed, which may result in heavy sparking at the starting terminals. Next is our auto transformer starter, which is answer to the limitation of the star delta starter, which cannot be used for large motor. This starter is used for large motors. The construction is the same, that 6-pole double throw switch connects the motor and starter, and 3-phase auto transformer is used to supply variable voltage to the motor, which have a transformation ratio K. Now the motor starting current is equal to K times ISC, because the voltage is reduced by K times by the auto transformer. Suppose we are using 20% of the rated voltage with the help of auto transformer. So the value of K is 0.2. It means the voltage across each phase of motor is now 0.2 times rated voltage. So the starting current will be reduced by the same value. It will be 0.2 times short circuit starting current. 0.2 times starting current if we are not using the auto transformer. Now the current drawn from the supply lines is the primary current of transformer, which is K times secondary current. Secondary current is starting current of the motor, IST, and the primary current is K times secondary current of transformer. So this current will be drawn from the lines, main supply lines. So it is K square ISC. It means the starting current at normal voltage is reduced by K square. If the value of K is, for example, as we have already taken 0.2, it is square of 0.2 means 0.04 times the starting current without if we directly switch the motor to the lines. So very low value. Starting current is reduced to any value by using this auto transformers. So in this auto transformer, the primary current of the auto transformer is the supply current, that is current drawn from the supply, and the secondary of the transformer is connected to motor, so secondary current is equal to the motor input current. Now let us discuss how it works. Now firstly, the double pole 6-pole switch is used here. Same main switch is switched on. These terminals are closed by switching on the motor, and at the time of starting we are having these 6 terminals closed. These 6 terminals are closed. Now let us see. The primary, the wind supply is connected to the transformer primary, auto transformer primary, through terminal 1, 3, 5, and the output of the transformer, which is shown by this arrowhead, variable voltage. This arrow may be shifted here and to here as required. So voltage from 0 to maximum voltage may be applied, or 3 pointers move together to give same voltage to each phase. Now the output of the transformer is connected to the stator winding of this phase through this line here, third phase through this line here. So we are taking a star connected motor here. So the current through the rotor winding is the secondary current of transformers, here, here and here, and the supply current is primary current of the transformer. Now the motor current, the voltage across the motor is voltage across these turns. This much voltage is applied across the stator winding. Therefore stator current is reduced by that value by which we reduce the supply voltage by auto transformer. Further, the ratio of primary current and secondary current is known as voltage transformation ratio, K. So the primary current is K times secondary current. So it is further reduced by K with the help of auto transformer. It is reduced by K by applying lower voltage to the stator windings. So nutshell, the current is reduced by K by multiplying K square to its ordinary value. Now once the motor picks up speed in this connection, and we go on increasing the voltage by auto transformer, and voltage is increased to rated value, say. In the meantime, the motor picks up speed, EMF is induced in it, current is controlled, and then once the motor is attaining speed, what we do, we change the position of double throw switch, and it is connected to upper terminals. The main switch is in on position. These terminals are connected here. Now the auto transformer is out of circuit now. It is not connected to supply or motor anymore when the switch is shifted to run position. One phase is connected through this link to one end of the winding. Second phase is connected to second link, 2 and 3 terminals, to this terminal of the motor, and third phase here, from here, third phase is connected to third terminal of the motor. The motor is now directly connected to the supply, not through the auto transformer under running conditions, and is drawing normal current. What we conclude, at the time of starting, the double throw switch is kept at start position and the motor is connected to the supply through auto transformer, which reduces the starting current to K square times the current drawn from the supply lines if it is connected directly to the supply. And when the motor picks up speed, the double throw switch is shifted to run position and the three-phase supply is directly connected to the motor terminals, and this auto transformer is now out of circuit. No losses are occurring in this transformer under normal conditions. It is used only when the motor is to be started. Now let us conclude whatsoever we have studied here. The starting current reduces to K square the starting current when we directly connect the motor to the lines, and starting torque reduces to K square into torque developed by direct switching. Starting torque is very poor in case of auto transformer, so the motor can be started only at no load, and then load is engaged when the motor picks up rated speed. Overload and no volt protection are provided just like in DOL starter, in this starter also. The most suitable starter for large size motors, that is for more than 20 kilowatt motor, this starter is most suitable because we can reduce the starting current to any predetermined value by using appropriate turn ratio of the auto transformer. The advantages are that lowest starting current is provided by this type of starter. We can obtain any predetermined value of starting current of the motor by using this starter, and it can be used for star connected motors as well as delta connected motors. The disadvantages are that the starting torque is very low, extremely low, and it requires more space and an additional device, the transformer, auto transformer is required, so it is expensive also. One more thing you can see, that in place of using this double throw 6-pole switch, we can have some contactor control circuits to provide this switching operation, but auto transformer is always used in this starter. Next starter is our rotor rheostat starter. This starter is used in slip ring induction motors only, because the rotor in the squirrel cage induction motor, the rotor cannot be connected to any external resistance or rheostat, so it is used in slip ring induction motor only. So three-phase rotor windings are connected in series with the rotor rheostat, which is shown here. This is variable. This handle can vary the resistance of three-phase star connected variable resistance. This can be connected to the rotor windings of rotor windings through slip rings, and which reduces the rotor current as the rotor resistance is increased by inserting this resistance in rotor circuit. So rotor current decreases. As a result, the starting current of the motor is controlled. So the starting torque also improves. This is additional advantage of this starter, that while controlling the starting current of the motor, it also improves the starting torque. The motor can be started on load. The maximum torque can be obtained at the time of starting. So normally the rotor current equation at the time of starting is E2S over R2 square X2S square square root. This is without the starting resistance. If starting resistance R, which is variable shown here, is added to each phase, then the starting current each phase is here R2 plus R square X2S square square root. And the power factor also changes. It is R2 over R2 plus R square X2S square square root with starting resistance, variable resistance R added in the circuit. Now let us see the circuit diagram of this rotor rheostat starter. The supply is connected to the stator windings by using DOL star delta or auto transformer starter, depending upon the size of the motor. Then rotor windings are connected to three slip rings in slip ring induction motor, and these slip rings are connected to some external rheostat variable resistance through these brushes. The brushes are stationary, and the slip rings rotate with the rotator, but these rub on the outer surface of the slip ring for continuous connections. Now when this rotor circuit is not connected to any external resistance, that is the motor is in off state, this resistance is not connected in the circuit. Once we move it to point number 1, these three arms are rotated simultaneously. Now as shown here, these are moved to number 1. So through number 1, from here this resistance is added in this phase, which is further connected to second phase. The second phase is connected through this slip ring and this resistance, and then through number 1 to here. The third phase through this resistance and the second slip ring to this phase. So all these three phases are having now additional resistance, this R variable, in the circuit. So at the time of starting, this lever is kept at number 1 and the motor is switched on. This circuit is having, the rotor circuit is having this resistance inserted in the circuit. As a result, the rotor current reduces and starting torque increases. As the motor picks up speed, it is moved to number 2, here also, here also. This much resistance is now disconnected. The resistance in the circuit decreases, and further motor picks up speed. We move it to number 3, move it to number 4. and at number 4 the 3-phase rotor windings are short circuited. These are not having any resistance in the circuit. At number 4 it is connected to through slip ring to this phase, then this phase is connected to number 4 here, and third phase is connected through this slip ring to number 4, and under running condition these 3 slip rings are short circuited. At the time of starting, this variable resistance is inserted in the circuit. As the motor picks up speed, this resistance is gradually decreased, and finally this resistance is no more in the circuit, and these 3-phase windings are short circuited at slip rings, and that's all. The stator side of the motor is connected through some type of starter, DOL star delta or rotor or the auto transformer starter, depending upon the size of the motor. In this case also the overload and no volt protections are provided by this starter also. Thank you.